Okay, so now I'm on page 143 and this is blank here. These are the other Pythagorean identities. So they all derive from this first one here, cos squared plus sine squared equals 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by cos squared. So if I divide everything by cos squared, I will get a new identity. That's 1. Sine squared over cos squared is tan squared. And 1 over cos squared is sec squared. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight that. Now this identity you do have to learn. It's not given to you in the exam. So you've got to learn it. Okay. I'm going to repeat the process. So this one here, I'm going to start with that again. And this time, instead of dividing by cos squared, I'm going to divide by sine squared. So here I've got cos squared over sine squared. That is cot squared. Sine squared over sine squared is 1. 1 over sine squared, that's cosec squared. So I've got another identity. 1 plus cot squared is cosec squared. And again, you've got to learn that one as well. Okay, so have a look at example 5. It says prove each of the following identities. Cosec squared minus sec squared is the same as cot squared minus tan squared. So just like before with the proof questions, you've got to pick a side, okay? And I'm going to pick the left-hand side. And I'm going to try and get that side. So I'm going to start with my left. And I'm going to try and get the right. So here, cosec squared, I have got is 1 plus cot squared. So I'm going to put that in. So that's 1 plus cot squared. Sec squared is 1 plus tan squared, so I'm just going to put that in. And then I'm going to tidy up. So I've got cot squared minus tan squared, and that is the right hand side, so that's equals right hand side. Done. QED. Yusuf, can you be quiet please? Okay, so part B. So have a look at this example. Again, I'm going to start on the left, just because there's more to do there. I've got some brackets. I can expand it out. So if I expanded the brackets, like that, I'm just going to expand it out. Minus 2 cot x plus 1. I'm keeping an eye on my right hand side because I need a minus 2 cot x and I've got a minus 2 cot x. So the only bit I need to get rid of is the 1 plus cot squared. And 1 plus cot squared, there it is, at the top, is cosec squared. So I'm just going to put that bit there is cosec squared, and I've got my minus 2 cot x, and that equals the right hand side. I've done it, QED. Okay. So that's proof. These are very, very simple proof questions though, that do get harder. Okay, I'm going to move on to using these two identities to solve some trig equations. Okay, so this one over here, I'm going to start with the first one. So I have got this quadratic equation, and just like before, I'm going to keep the linear term. I'm going to keep the sec x. I'm going to try and replace the quadratic term with something involving sec. So I know tan squared will be sec squared, take 1. So I'm going to replace that. So here I go, sec squared minus 1. Still got my minus 2 sec x. Still got my minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, I'm going to collect like terms. Like that. Okay, that's a quadratic. You would put that into your calculator. And it would give you your two solutions. So you'd get sec x is 3, and you've got sec x is minus 1. Sec, remember, is 1 over cos x. So I'm just going to rewrite this. And then cos x will be the reciprocal of 3, which is a third, and cos x is minus 1. Okay, and then for each one, I would solve it. So I do inverse cos. And that would give me 70.5. A second solution for cos is 360 minus the first one, which is 289.5. The issue is that one, it's not in the interval. So I'm going to take 360 from that one. So if you take 360 from that one, you would get minus 70.5, which is in the interval. So I'm just going to cross that one out. These two are my two solutions from that. Do the same for that one. Cos x is minus 1, x is 180. A second solution you'd say is 360 minus the first one. It's the same. More solutions would be take 360 from that. So if you take 360 from that, you get minus 180. Okay, so that one is done. Okay, so that's that one there. Okay, I've kind of run out of space now with what I was doing here. Didn't realise I had another one. Okay, let's do this one. Just like before, quadratic, keep the linear term. Get rid of that bit there, the cos x squared. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that as 2 brackets. I know I'm going to get rid of the cos x squared. I've still got my plus 2. I've still got my 9 cot x. So cos x squared, here it is 1 plus cot squared. So I'm just going to put that in. There it is. Expand your brackets, put everything to one side. Collect any like terms. Like that. And then I put it into my calculator to solve that quadratic. And if I put it into my calculator, it'll give me cot x is 4 and cot x is a half. Tan x, therefore, is a quarter, and tan x equals 2. If you put it into your calculator, you'll get 14.0 for your first solution. A second solution is 180 plus that, which is 194.0. That's not in the interval. So to find more solutions, you would take 360 from that one, which would give you minus 166. Okay, so these are the two solutions from there. This one, if you put it into your calculator, you would get 63.4. A second solution would be 180 plus that, which is 243.4. And that's not in the interval. So if you take 360 from that, you would get minus 116, 0.6. Okay. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 solutions. Okay. So I did already record this, and I'll put that video up in a bit. Okay.